So now the next thing we want to do here is to determine the net addition. So the net addition is going to be based on the revenues. It's going to be a function of revenue. So it's going to be equal to, we take the revenue generated in that period, to the net sales generated in that period, and we multiply that by the control panel, the net additions for the finance leases for the rights of use assets. So we multiply that by the annual net additions there. So in total we have $22 billion. We can fit it right to the end of the projected period. Then going forward, we want to depreciate this $31 billion for the weighted average remaining lease term for the existing leases for 6.2 years. So in order to do that, we will depreciate the first year using the straight line method. So we just depreciate that using the straight line depreciation method. So in that case, it gives us approximately $5 billion. So we just switch the sign since we want all of the depreciation amounts to appear in negative numbers. But going forward, we're gonna be depreciating this $31 billion, whatever is left, using a different formula. So in order to do that, we're gonna set an if statement saying that if the opening balance, which we have to reference with F4 because we have to depreciate the balance until the useful life of the existing asset of 6.2 years. So we reference ourselves with F4 if that opening balance plus, so essentially we are subtracting, so we start opening balance plus the first year of depreciation, which we have to reference with F4 3 times. So if the opening balance plus, which essentially we are deducting, so we say the opening balance minus that first year of depreciation, if that is greater than the first year of depreciation, then we want the cells to read the first year of depreciation. So we are saying that if that is greater than the first year of depreciation, then we know that there is still a remaining balance left to be depreciated. So we want it to be equal to the first year of depreciation. Otherwise, if that is not true, if that is not greater than the first year of depreciation, or if that is less than the first year of depreciation, then what we want is to take the opening balance, which we have to reference with F4, minus the sum of the beginning balance, we sum that cell until when it's been depreciated, or until the 6.2 years it's been completed. So we sum it that up to that point. However, we have to reference it with F4 3 times, so we can always sum from that first cell to wherever the depreciation ends. So we have that in place. So as simple as it is, we are just depreciating the $31 billion for 6.2 years. So if that opening balance is not greater than the sum of that first year of depreciation to wherever the depreciation ends, then we want that cell to just read whatever is remaining. That's exactly what we are doing here. And we can press enter, we can take everything and just fill it right to the end of the projected period. As you can see, the $31 billion is depreciated for 6.2 years. So we have that set in place. So what we next want to do here is, here we want to set up the depreciation for the new assets. So it's gonna be a waterfall kind of a calculation that we're gonna be doing here. So the new assets are these net additions that were the new assets are these net additions, which are the capital expenditures in that period. So in this year 2021, we have approximately $22 billion. So we're gonna be setting this to be equal to, we will just take the negative of this, which we have to reference with F 2 times because we have to copy that formula down, and we would divide it by, we go to the control panel and we will divide it by our list of new leases here, which is gonna be 10 years. I'm gonna set that up later on. So it's giving up a div 0 because I have to set this up, the assumptions to be 10 years. So we are setting that cell to be, we are setting this to be these new additions, the capital expenditures in those periods to be depreciated for 10 years under the new leases, under the new additions. So we can copy this